What's up, everybody? I'm Belz,
And I'm Mel.
and today we're going to be doing Windbreaker Season 2, Episode 6.
And if you guys are new here, consider subscribing. We have the early uncut access of Windbreaker over on our Patreon. The link to that will be in the description below. With that being said, jump to episode.
Let's go. All right. Diamonds, jewelry,
Earrings?
cute and pretty things.
Oh,
that's
this is the backstory of probably
All right. Oh, Sua's with Tsubaki and Nita as well. Looks like. Oh, Sakura too.
This ain't no date.
An elderly gentleman. Ah. Change it up with a few new faces. Oh, okay. He's a pretty joyful old man, it looks like. Yeah, it's very spirited. Right, what's up with the display? What's the depression? I don't see the depression there.
Attention to detail.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, imagine being old and not being able to get, like, dang. That is something you probably need. It'd be good to have some help around.
Absolutely.
Can you wait in the back room?
What's up with this back room? Closet. He doesn't go out anymore, probably. Oh my gosh, is that a bean? Is that beans?
Yeah, I think so.
Every time I think of beans, I think of Big Mom.
Oh yeah, she
like that bean soup.
Bean soup, yeah.
He still wears his wedding band. How sweet. I love how they went to go visit him and made sure like he was okay.
Right. They love me for who I am.
Oh, so he knew the wife too?
I guess he did, yeah. That's what he was into. He called himself a liar because he's lying to himself.
Oh, this is probably the wife's earring. That's right, Ito. So wow, they've been knowing each other for
very long time.
Many years.
タスクちゃん、口紅塗ったの？いいね。
で、僕は綺麗だって嬉しいって思っちゃうの。もう友達に家族に嘘をつきたくない。ねえタスクちゃん、ハイヒールって知ってる？どこの人の靴だったのよ。
Wait, what did...
そうそう、もともと
分かった、女の人の靴。でもあれね、男の人の靴だったのよ。
I used to be men's shoes, really?
そうそう、体を安定させるためのものだったんだって。
I feel like boots still have a heel.
Yeah, long boots.
お化粧だってもともとは身を守るおまじないだったの。
That makes sense.
タスクちゃんはさっき、どうして男なのに嬉しいと思っちゃうのって言ってたけど、そうではないの。
私、怖かったの。人と違うことで人と違う。
That's why he has such a strong attachment to him.
でもあの二人はありのままの私を受け入れてくれた。好きだと言ってくれた。もう一人じゃないって思った。
They're crying. Nita's crying.
すげえ行くな。
It's agreeing to go back.
もうみんないい子、好きで超好き。よーし、全は急げ。明日行くわよ。明日。昨日みんなと奥さんの話したら、久しぶりにアルバム見たくなってね。この写真見て恋愛センサーが反応したとか？うるせえ。ただカステラが気管に入っただけだ。おじいちゃん、この子ね。嬉しそう。楽しそう。あれだ。Tsubakiのに似てんの。
Tsubaki no talking to Umemi.
やだ、私こんな可愛く見えてた？もう。おじいちゃん、どうしたの
？Why is he crying?
本当にそう見えるかい？ゆいさんはちゃんと幸せだったのかなって。僕は彼女が大好きで、見合い結婚だったし、ゆいさんはあまり思ってることを口にする人じゃなかったから、どうだったんだろうって。
An arranged marriage, I see.
さきさんが言っていたおじいさんの悩みってこれだったんだ。そんなこと。そんな不安ばかりが大きくなってね。でも、そうか。そう見えるか。
So that means she was happy with him.
少しほっとしたよ。
Aww. He should have expressed that like while she was alive, so he can, have that clarity.
急にゆいさんが花水木を植えるって言い出したんだ。普段は嫌がるのに、植えた後なぜか二人で写真を撮ろうって言ってきてね。おじいさん、花水木を植える前、おばあさんと何かありませんでしたか？そんな君がこちらを振り向くくらい、僕もおしゃれ。
You look my way.
素敵だっていうのはいつも言ってるけど、後になって恥ずかしく
It's so cute seeing old people in love.
でも今思うと
Yeah.
They're so cute when they're in love.
かもしれないな。
I love seeing like older people hold hands. So sweet.
気まぐれだったのかもしれない。わからないけどね。もっといろいろと聞いておくんだったよ。おばあさん、怒ってたみたいですよ。どういうことだい？花水木はおばあさんの少し意地悪な反論だったんじゃないでしょうか。
You're wrong. I see.
分かってないのね。おじいちゃん、好きじゃない人と一緒にいるはずないじゃない。椿ちゃん。俺も幸せです。
Look at that old man getting schooled by young folk.
Yeah, I know. He just needed that confirmation.
Yeah, he just, it's good to talk about these things because, you get clarity.
一番そばで見てたはずなのに僕はかっこ悪いな。ありがとねみんな。これが反論か。
She just had a different way of expressing herself.
どこまでも君はおしゃれだな。本当にかなわないよ。
Hidden feelings. All
Sakura.
right, guys. Episode what, 6 of Windbreaker season 2. I did see in the comments last week that people were saying that that Windbreaker is going to start getting really, really good very soon. Like the next arc coming up is going to be really, really good, and I'm pretty excited for that because people seem to be super hype about the next arc coming up.
Well, I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah. This episode was interesting because it got to give us more perspective on Tsubaki as a person. That because I have a brother of mine that's I don't even want to say that word because I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I have a brother of mine that's kind of like Tsubaki per se, and it is tough because I do think about the times when we were kids, and he had his moments and stuff, and it must because I can't really fully relate to that because I'm not in his body or whatever, but it's tough, man. Like how Tsubaki was saying and when he looked at herself in the mirror, or looked at himself in the mirror, he was like, "You're a liar." You know what I'm saying? Because like that's a struggle that you go through when you can't be fully honest because of people around you are not necessarily most of everybody that's around you are not necessarily like you. And it's interesting because my brother was like this ever since he was a kid, and I feel for Tsubaki in that sense because but then again it also because we don't really get to see how Tsubaki's parents were like. I would have loved to have seen that because I know how my parents were, and I think they also played a factor in how my brother is today. So because he's my half brother, he's not my full brother, and obviously I'm not gonna be here telling my whole family story here, but the point is I feel like parents have a very important role to play, specifically with a child like this, and obviously us as parents today. I have certain things in my head how I would navigate it as a father, but I would have loved to see that for Tsubaki, but with us not seeing it and Tsubaki seeing that he's finally got accepted from people that were not his family, was just a random stranger on the street that basically got introduced him to his wife, and then they started hanging out and everything. I'm not sure how old Tsubaki is at that point. He's probably in high school in his teens or whatever, but old folks old folks are very cool and everything, but you just gotta be careful. But then again, whatever. So they were cool. They brought him in and everything. He started spending time with them, and they started seeing what he was showing, and they accepted him for that. Yeah. And obviously he needed that. He definitely needed that. But I kind of wish we would have seen how his parents were.
What did he need? Like, what do you think he needed?
I think he needed someone to love him for who he is first and foremost, and it seems like that's what they loved him for, who he was first and foremost, but they weren't his parents. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting, but I would have loved to see. You could probably think in your mind how his parents were. His parents probably didn't accept him. Probably were very against this or whatever. But there's a bad way to go about it too, in my opinion. There's a bad way, and it seems like his parents were on that side. But also even with the old man and the old lady, even though they accepted it and they loved him, there's also, I feel like they weren't in the position as being his parents. You know what I'm saying? And I think as a parent, the right thing to do is to show him love first. But there are other steps, right? And obviously, this subject is a subject, as a society we're still, slowly but surely moving towards, and we're moving towards a certain direction with this, but you know, as human beings, we're always evolving, and obviously, you know, you and I we're you know, we're believers of Christ. We read our Bible. We believe in Jesus and everything, and we definitely stand on that, right? We stand on that, and but there's also it's a because the thing is, it's not a and it's interesting what they're doing, because they're doing it in an anime, you know, putting it in your face. It's in an anime, and you know, kids are gonna watch this, you know, and I see what they're doing, but I don't know, it's just like, as a parent, you know, looking at this, it's like, how, you know, how can we really truly how can we really truly get that message across? You know what I'm saying? Get the message that they're trying to get across, because I could already read the comments. I'm gonna see how certain people are probably gonna think about this episode.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a reality that we all have to kind of deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a kind of an understanding of how we're gonna deal with it with our kids. But you know, and obviously we're always gonna put God first. We're always gonna put, you know, Jesus first, and you know, love our children and everything. But like, this type of thing does happen within kids, because I've seen it firsthand. My brother, it happened to him firsthand. I've known him all my life, and he was like that like when he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I see what they're doing, but I just don't know. Yeah, it's just a tough subject. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Please like and subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter. Link in the description below.
Definitely, guys. See you guys in the out.